Surely by now, we all know this boy goes to the gym. Technically, he goes to several gyms. Airport staircase in Tokyo, Japan. Have a nice trip. It's funny, because if he fell down these stairs, then Pikachu would look like a real bully. It's important to treat Pokemon with love. Why are you kicking that Magikarp? I couldn't sleep last night because this popped in my head and I had to draw it. My life motto: let's eat fast so we can eat again. Misty is savage. This is perfect. That cliff is the perfect spot for our first meeting. Yeah, as soon as she meets you, she can jump right off. That soup is good. Why are you drinking a soup with a fork, Ash? You idiot. Please don't patronize me, ma'am. Although I am one of the nation's leading physicists. Pikachu. Wow, the snow is like frozen powder. Snow is frozen powder, you useless mouse. This is the Titanic, right? Pikachu, don't let go. When your team is too powerful to catch wild Pokemon, everything I touch dies. Your will to live is tinier than any we have seen on record. Astounding. Thanks. Gyarados. That's it. I'm done. I love a guy who's full of expressions. I'm going to catch all 151 Pokemon, said the boy, who took 60 episodes to catch 15 Pokemon. MS Paint Vaporeon. Vaporeon, we choose you. Professor Oak is so evil. Why did he invite 4 kids to come get a Pokemon if he only had 3 good ones? And then the problem mouse. The fact that Misty once tried to intimidate Ghastly with a crucifix leads me to ask a very important question. What Pokemon did Jesus have? What would you do if Pokemon were real? I'd just bring them to the supermarket with me. You're going too fast. Pokemon Go should not be played while driving. I'm sitting on the toilet. Everyone is about to square up, then you have Espeon minding his damn business. Oh no, watch out. They are angry. Forget Ash turning to stone. Watching Mewtwo seeing all of his friends disappear one after another is the saddest thing about the first Pokemon movie. I've always loved the puns in the titles of Pokemon anime episodes. Prime Ape goes bananas, Snow Way Out. Ignorance is blissery. A whole lot of trouble. Hey, you remember that huge log Ash ran with and tossed in one episode? Well, I calculated how much that log weighs if you're interested. You have my attention. If Ditto transformed into a Guzzlord, would it look like this or this? This. James treats his Pokemon right, and I love that. Why is this dude in Team Rocket again? I love James. Look at that hand on the leg. Ash's mum is a freak. Ash heckled a Mr. Mime, and now it's his stepdad. When this Pokemon sings, it never pauses to breathe. If it's in a battle against an opponent that does not easily fall asleep, Jigglypuff cannot breathe, endangering its life. You ever just love singing so much that you almost die from suffocation because you can't stop singing? 50 years later. Ash, where is the elixir of life? Look at this photo set of Deoxys falling down some stairs. I will never see a purer thing than this Bulbasaur looking so happy to see a cookie based on him. Even the cookie looks happy. This is too cute. Pokemon family. Thinking about Pikachu imitating Mudkip. How is this racist? I wonder which one will be a more successful business. No Pokemon here. Thanks. Pokemon Go. Catch a Pokemon at the Night Owl and get 10% off any drink. Snorlax was beheaded. Rest in peace to a real one. When you find out the origin of the meme, for real though, I would be a completely different person without Pokemon. Thank you for changing my life. I'm literally just a bunch of fictional characters. The secret behind Thor's hammer. I wish more people understood this photo. That's a damn wishy-washy. Not wanting to disappoint its trainer, Rowlet endured Inferno Overdrive. He's just a little crispy. So I was cleaning and I knocked over some dull wigs and one fell onto Ditto. And like, damn girl, she working this look. Why is there no hummingbird Pokemon? The fact that there are no hummingbirds in Japan may be the reason. There are also no karate monkeys either, but we got like 20 of those, so I'm gonna cry. Pokemon Concierge has a disabled Magikarp that needs a floaty to swim around. That is so adorable. Team Rocket when I'm alone versus Team Rocket when my mom walks in. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This meme is flipped. Or was this done on purpose? I don't know. What game is this? Toxic over-competitive players, people that play for fun. Pokemon has this magic property where it's the complete opposite. Humans in the Pokemon world are likely to lay eggs. Please don't revive this debate. I already spent a frankly inordinate amount of time discussing it that one time. Pokemon headcanon. Awakenings are just water. A spray type medicine. It's water. Look at it. You would wake the hell up too if someone sprayed you with water. You know why I love this? Because that man dressed as Nurse Joy was so committed to his character, He dyed his mustache and beard. My idol. I'm afraid idiots are hard to hypnotize. Jesse and James always get this kind of treatment anyway, but it's ridiculous that they also came for Ash and Pikachu. Meowth confirmed to have all of Team Rocket's brain cells. Graceful chanting. Why are a bunch of cabbages singing? They are not cabbages, they are Bulbasaurs, you uncultured swine. You expect me to fight this? I guess, yeah. Screw that green snake. Hey, come on. I like Rayquaza. Which of these is most likely to intimidate an opposing Pokemon? Literal Satan, who can teleport you to the Shadow Realm anytime he wants. A small crocodile with funny looking eyes. That's it. Just take a four-legged canine or feline and slap the electric type on it. God tier design. Give them all to me. Help, I evolved Fruit Gummy and he's literally the size of my entire room. Pokemon Go was worth it just for the occasional glimpses we get into what social media is like in the actual Pokemon universe. I just beat up a poor kid, used an amulet coin to take all of his money, and left him in the desert to get his eyes eroded away by sandstorms. My family doesn't have that much money, so I can't get anyone to buy me Go goggles. This is the West Coast today. After a month of quarantine, nature is finally returning, and there is no pollution. Humanity is the real virus. This picture screams happiness. I need a little exercise. Then maybe you shouldn't be riding a motorcycle on a bike path. These three Pokemons have a higher stat than 75% of Johto Pokemon, including legendaries, including unevolved Pokemon, because an average BST of these three Pokemon killed her before she could finish her post. Yes. I too love gazing out in the pastures where we keep Dialga the Lord of Time. Alternatively, hello, yes, that's my horse Dialga, the Lord of Time. Close your eyes 75% and you see it. I'm doing that right now. It is Pikachu! You wanna take the book away because we know damn well she can't read, but she's trying. If any of you are wondering, the White House North Lawn is a gym with a Vaporeon and a bunch of rustling grass. Go on, jump the fence. I'm gonna challenge the president to a gym battle. Therapist. Naked Arceus isn't real. It can't hurt you. Naked Arceus. Baby wants snack. Yeah, but what are they gonna eat? Raw eggs? I understand your concerns. The paycheck finally came in. We came grocery shoppings. Baby gets snack. He's happy. This is the sequel to Pokemon Snap that I've always wanted. I love my weird cow. It's a strange looking cow. Why are people using the underwater filters to submerge screen caps when they could just do this? He's swimming. He's sinking. Pika enjoying his ice cream. Psyduck looks kinda off to me. Yeah, he seems a bit too detailed. Our new intern started this week. Good luck. Now all they need is about 10 other people with the same costume to hide along a corridor and jump out one by one as someone is trying to get down the damn hall. I don't think he's okay. He'll be fine. Its brain cells continue to increase in number until its death. The older the Alakazam, the larger its head. We want to be nurses joy like our mother. Like your mother and your cousin, your aunt, your sister-in-law, your grandmother, and every single mother in your family. Do they just mate with the same man or something? Obviously they reproduce asexually through mitosis. Reasons Joltik is superior. Travel size for your convenience. Does not require Pokeball. Can fit in your pocket. Will eat the static electricity off of your body, which is useful in the winter. Got a neighbor you hate? Joltik will raise their electricity bill sky high for you. It's 90% Fuzzbud. It doesn't care how big the opponent is. It will defend you with its life. It sounds like a dog, but with powers. I take big Pokemon and make it little. It's so cute. My friend's 5-year-old daughter is obsessed with Pokemon, and she's very attached to her Pokemon Go Flareon, which is called Flary, so I doodled them together. You know what my favorite thing about Pokemon TCG is? The attack names. Punch and Run, Offensive Needle, Extreme Attack, Surf Together, Iron Fist of Justice, Hocus Pincus, and my all-time favorite, Everyone Explode Now. Everyone's playing a free fun game that promotes exploring, exercising, and meeting new people. Journalists. How can I make this sound bad? It's just me watching a random Pokemon show until a swarm of freaking sharks decide to ruin this Wingull yacht. Type explosion knows. Weasel toys. Assorted. Jolteon is a good boy. Utterly soulless Mewy Griffin sketch I created. I hope they have competitive Pokemon sleep at the next Pokemon World Championships and it's just mugshots. Whoa. What's his crime? Realistic Pokemon evolution. Oh no, return to Crab. Finally, an actual pocket monster. Hey look, something important. 2013 versus 16. The difference. The destruction of the environment due to rapid urbanization. Oh my god, Sinnoh remakes leaked. Why does Pikachu have a gun? I'm screaming. He sleeps on his tail. Do you read as an opened mouth smile or a smile with teeth? Yeah, I read it like that. Several cute bleppy snakes. Name a better Pokemon friendship duo. I will wait. Anime character holds bowl of noodles. English dub voice. These mashed potatoes are great. These donuts are great. Jelly-filled are my favorite. Nothing beats a jelly-filled donut. Eat this cake, you sword. Perhaps he doesn't want the entire cake. Perhaps he just wants a slice. Mewtwo saw Tyler using bicycles. The Pokemon definitely remembers that it got nervous. I help those who want to build a world of truth. I assist those who want to build an ideal world. I freeze everything around and eat people and Pokemon. And I still love Kyurem more. Brutality of nature. They used to fear us. Now they laugh at us. Weak to grass and electric. Weak to grass and water. 4 times resistant to grass. Resistant to electric and water. Deals super effective stab damage to both Kyogre and Groudon. Bulbasaur, best Pokemon confirmed. Best reversed GIF ever. No! Pikachu! Me as a gym leader. Flicking lights on and off. Welcome to my ghost type gym. Trainer. This is an out of business hot topic. Ladies. One at a time. Whose child is this? Drop it and run, Rob. Trust me, you don't want to deal with it. Trust me. Pikachu catches you. How Ash looked for data back then. Insert every scene where Ash has used a Pokedex. How Ash looks for data now. Hey data. Hey data. Who's faster? Legendary dragon fast enough to break into space? Or a completely stationary ball boy? I don't care if it's a mistranslation. This line will always be canon to me. Pal, yeah, you son of a... Pokemon games aren't that old. Also Pokemon games. 5 years ago. 10. 20. Forgive me. I should greet you properly by now, dude. I named myself Dude, and it looks like Maxie is trying to be hip and cool. Dragons and other sagas versus dragons and Pokemon. I will never be a simp. At your service, my queen. Cat cosplaying Bulbasaur. Pokemon versus Digimon. Well, it seems like Lucario likes you. 7-year-old me after that line. They love me. Hey, King, take this chalky milk. Hey, where's the glass? Pokemon Crystal was where cartridge design peaked. We've been in hell ever since. Bro, I hate living in Hoenn. What the hell? The sidewalk has better anti-aliasing than anything the Pokemon company has ever put out. Pooh, I'm the king of Team Plasma. I need to be put into the machine that heals Pokemon at the Pokemon Center. Nose. The best part of running into a shiny is the 10 minutes spent hyperventilating before choosing a move wondering if it'll crit or not. Expectation versus reality. About to transmute a copy of Pokemon X for myself. Wish me luck. Okay, bad news, my left leg is gone, and so is my brother. Who said foldables are useless? No one, I think. Did people say that? I don't know. Maybe I should start listening. How it started versus how it's going. Thanks. God, remember when the Pokemon anime was so desperate to keep up Ash's losing streak that they made some random dude burst out 2 legendaries at the Sinnoh League, raising a bunch of questions, all just to keep Ash from winning anything? That was the player character. I got a pre-owned copy of Pokemon Sapphire, so I snooped around in the game a little bit, and the only Pokemon they had left was a Magikarp with this letter attached to it. No Pokemon from you. From Nikki. When you've stolen Pikachu, but there's still time left in the episode, something's wrong. I can feel it. This isn't the time to use that. You had one job. I think it looks fine. The last thing you see before you die. Squishy suffocation. Release him from his imprisonment. Just surprised my girlfriend with a new house. Splosh. Yup, I'm stupid, but I still do my best. My self-esteem summed up in one dialogue. I propose a new idea to reform America and its states and regions and turn them into skitty, effectively bringing peace. POV. Lugia knocked out all of your Pokemon and you're out of Pokeballs. Aeroblast. Some Pokemon you should only use one type of ball for. People who be like, I never skip leg day. Your Pokemon when paralyzed. The opponent's Pokemon when paralyzed. Maybe if you were playing Pokemon on the Game Boy Advance, you wouldn't be so angry. Garantina, you are literally the size of a house. Where are you taking cover? Garantina is taking shelter in the grass from the rain. Team Aqua, when the ancient Pokemon said to expand the oceans, starts expanding the oceans. Remember when I drew Onix as a croissant? No, I don't. Why did you do this? And the question is, does he taste like one? There's only one way to find out. Only there was a letter in Paris that resembles the Eiffel Tower. Paris is lovely this time of year. Bonjour. The famous Professor Oak's grandson came here to the Kalos region to study abroad. He got bonjour down just fine, but he still always said, smell you later, when he left. Gary Oak. It always comes down to just me. Why does it always have to be like that? Enough of this sentimental stuff. Growly is my only real friend on this stuffy estate. Well, it could have been a lot worse. I might not have had you two. The first thing I remember was being alone. No family, no friends, no home. My friends. There's only 2 people in the whole world who ever really cared about me. We messed up a lot, and we used to fight each each other a lot too, but no matter how bad things got, we always had each other. The real protagonists of Pokemon? Ash who? When I can't hear what someone's saying, but I don't want to ask them to repeat it. Yeah, because not only is it like, it seems like you haven't been listening long enough, it seems awkward. Especially if they've been talking for like 2 minutes about something. It's gone too long, I can't say yes or no, I just have to act like I, understood everything. Blue Pokemon. If you could have any one of these Pokemons, which would it be? I want Wooper. You're coming with me, Wooper. Or Crocodile, I think that's his name, I don't know. Thinking about BW2, where you can just catch a Riolu in the wild before the first gym. That was crazy at the time. Do you think Sinnoh trainers visit Unova and look at the wild Riolus just frolicking and get mad? Okay, this is not a Pokemon meme, but originally I thought this was Pikachu on the left and Ditto on the right. I don't know. I don't even know. Question: which of the 3 legendary beast Pokemon do you like the most? This person just said something absolutely insane and unhinged. I'm sorry guys, the top right, I don't know its name, I forgot, but yeah. Could you imagine spending $200 opening boxes? And I think that's crazy cool, but can you imagine how much that's worth? Since it's obviously a manufacture error in the color, making it exclusively green. Yo, how many eggs did it take for you to hatch that awful 3DS? It's definitely gonna be rare, 100%. Want to hear a joke? Picking Bulbasaur. Want to hear a better joke? Charizard was the worst starter by science. It was the worst by pro-analysis articles. Never mentioned by the developers when they were asked which is the best starter. It was awful in meta until 2013 when they give it a mega evolution. Smogon even used to not recommend it. Blah 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 blah. Meme bin, please take the meme away. No. Do not open the meme bin unless it's an emergency. Always put this on when I want to catch your girl. If this video gets 5,000 likes, I will buy this. This is the trilogy. Oh my god. I know I downloaded this meme, but that Darkrai. Oh my god. So many memories going to the shop and grabbing this. It was on Halloween time. I remember it so well. Such a good movie. If you haven't watched it, I recommend. The other ones are good too, but yeah. And guys, I got the Gengar plush thing, my bob thing. I don't even know what you call it, but yeah, this is what it looks like. On that day, Kanto received a grim reminder. Never pause Pokemon. What is going on at the bottom right and the top right? If Magikarp can do nothing and then suddenly grow up to be really useful, then so can I. My sister bought this Piplup plushie a few years ago because she felt bad for it. Go ahead and pet this giant shark raptor dragon. Remembering the time there was a baby Lugia in the anime? Remember that time Ash almost straight up got gunned down playing Pokemon Go in Texas? These are the pictures I live for. I didn't know Pikachu could surf. I was uploading these just for Misty, imitating Jesse and James, but then Brock's ear. Imagine walking 2 kilometers to hatch an egg and it turns out to be a Magikarp. Hey, Alex, imagine waiting 9 months to give birth and it's you. Bruh, look at the baby Pikachu before Pichu existed. One Pokemon has to go forever. Groudon doesn't have half the aura the rest do. I'm crying. Pikachu, do something. Ash, I am a foot-tall mouse and that is some Godzilla happening over there. Alex, at least you don't get Caterpie stuck in your keyboard. That's a Weedle. You're dead to me. I am on a mission to draw the floofiest Piplup ever. Don't question me. We have achieved maximum floof. I'm going to project my own personal and deep thoughts onto Pokemon plushies I own. I live in a constant state of peril and anxiety. I worry I'll never be good enough. My deeply rooted fear of failure keeps me from trying. Burger. Pokemon face swap at its finest. Why does this work? Normal type in Pokemon just means this thing is made of meat. It is just an animal. I'm gonna be real. If this thing can bleed, I will never know peace again. Crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside. Ditto transformed into this. Ditto, you little animal, quit messing around. Wait a minute. Are those slippers? Who wears slippers to work? The same guy that forgets his grandson's name. For those who are saying the only difference between Venusaur and Mega Venusaur is an extra flower on his head, you are wrong. He gets one on his butt as well. Can you draw Dragonair being boss? You're fired. Well, no. Why does Charmander have noodles on his head? I don't want to live on this planet anymore. How to annoy gamers everywhere. The M on the ball stands for Magikarp. Duh. You know what I'm going to bring back? Business Kakuna. We need to harden our business strategy to wheedle out the competition. Ash Ketchum, you lucky boy, you got to do everything awesome in the Pokemon world. It's not fair anymore. He never got to grow up, spend time with his family, or have a family of his own. He has a 5th grade education at best. He's essentially homeless, and the only friend he's retained through all of his travels is a mouse. He is literally riding the god of the oceans like a horse. Do you think he gives a rat's butt about his education? I found these pictures on Google, and I'm laughing because it's like Arceus is so so annoyed at its 3 children screaming. Now you remember that Bulbasaur can walk on 2 legs. There's something morally wrong with Pikachu's mouth. This is a sign of demonic possession and somebody needs to help him. I'm gonna give him teeth to see if that helps. Nope, that didn't help. That time when everyone was scared of Moltres, except the grass Pokemon. Allow me to introduce you to James. Listen up, James. I hope you're good because I'm not going to carry you. No one's carried me since my mama. And then they proceeded to be the worst at their jobs for the next 20 years. Sandshrew escapes from battle to watch the Pokemon anime. Professor Oak's so evil. Why'd he invite 4 kids to come get a Pokemon if he only had 3 good ones and then the problem mouse? And Team Rocket calls themselves Master of Disguise. When you realize you're the 3rd wheel. Friendly reminder that Darkrai has legs. The fact this boy was ready to die every single movie. Pokemon Go logic. Gyarados versus Weedle. Guess which is heavier? Sad comics. Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres. Just curious. Rubber chickens for all of you. What would Smash Bros. And Chill even be like? 20 minutes into Smash Bros. And Chill. Another rare weird face of Pikachu. That's not weird. He's just Pikachu. Calm the hell down, Ash. No, his hat is backwards. You know that means he's serious. No, people. Let's be smart and bring it off. Oh, so now the talking Christmas tree is gonna preach to us. Charizard is 5'7". I thought Charizard was like 10 foot. Then how tall is Ash? I have an adult job now, which means I can afford basic necessities. You wanna go, mate? You're in desperate need of a comma. Trying to summon a new Pokemon game. Okay, bad news. My left leg is gone, and so is my brother. You can draw a Rowlet trapped in a sand bucket. This literally just happened to me. Strive to enter in at the striped gate. He has risen. A reader asks, Mallet Moose wanted to know what Diglett looked like below the ground. After much chuckling, Masuda confessed that it was something about which he was also curious, while Yashida pondered. Maybe it's like a hand or something. We waited 16 years for this. Do you think they asked him to pose like this, or he just did that? Pokemon Go is still useless in my area, so I made my own. Ah yes, the 4 legendary birds. Moltres, Articuno, Zapdos, and Arcanine. I really don't get how so few people like Typhsplosion. Like, he's a honey badger, and he's on fire. What more do you want? Are you not entertained? Like, I don't care about stats or whatever. This is the best fire starter because he is warm and soft and friend-shaped. My only tactic for playing Pokemon is to be 20 levels higher than the opponent. All problems are nails if your hammer is big enough, leaving your room when people are over. Why is this so accurate? What a beautiful metaphor. Gang activity is getting pretty serious in my neighborhood. Poke fact number 256. Doduo is a flying Pokemon with 2 heads. The right head is used to control motor skills and intelligent thought, while the left head is used exclusively. Whoa. Well, this ought to be why Rhyperior always felt a bit awkward in concept. I'm not too caught up on Gen 5, but I love that the lasagna crab is like pulling a cool face while supporting the Lotads. Lasagna crab? I can't believe this was actual dialogue from a Pokemon game. Oh, did you come here to see Cynthia in a bathing suit? Nintendo DS turns 20 years old this year. We should bring back whatever type of character design this is. Garantina at McDonald's. Torchy is the first one who really became sort of a partner to me. I still don't see why that makes him so much more special. Maybe this all sounds a little weird to you, because you're not a Pokemon trainer yet. Ash is as cold as ice. Hashtag, but that's none of my business. Okay, but why does Dragon beat itself? Game has any kind of elemental based fighting system. Me, applies Pokemon logic. Picture of this person on Tumblr apparently. It is not satisfied unless it eats over 880 pounds of food every day. When it is done eating, it goes promptly to sleep. Like, I have nothing to wear. Dude, nothing fits my team. Is she okay? No, this probably hurts all of them. You're holding them up by a piece of their flesh. If they would speak, they would be screaming, but you've stopped their animation into smiling. You monster! Food Network had a Pokemon cake contest, and it fully represents how it is to be a Pokemon fan. The 4 or 5 Horsemen of... Wait, you're not a psychic type? Oh wow, I wonder which of Ash's many cool Pokemon living with Professor Oak they'll do a cool cameo for. Ah yes, Ash's hundreds of Tauros from the Safari Zone. Yes, not forgotten them. A South Korean designer named Jeobin Yoon has created a conceptual scuba mask that will allow humans to breathe underwater without the aid of an oxygen tank. It's called a Triton, and it mimics the gills found on fish to draw oxygen from the water supply. From the water to supply breathable air. Pokemon continues to predict future technologies. This and nah, actually, this is enough. Bulbasaur's Chinese name means wonderful seed frog, which is pretty on point. When you hear people talking about Pokemon in public, I had to see it, so now you have to see it as well. It's a costume? No. And here we have a collection of Pokemon Pokemon, I edited the fur/feathers off and made specifically to bother my friends. Very cursed images. I am just now learning that the Unova gym leaders were crucified in the manga. I am disturbed. Time traveler. Azure! The timeline. When someone says something so stupid, you can't use anything in your current vernacular to describe how wrong they are. Hey, wait. Don't go out. It's unsafe. Wild Pokemon live in tall grass. You need your own Pokemon for your protection. Here I am croquetting every Pokemon. Here is Squirtle. Whoever's idea it was to introduce the trait evolution in Pokemon is so not valid. Game Freak thinking I got friends or something. This looks like my sleep paralysis demon. How do you know what your sleep paralysis demon looks like? Bidoof. They outnumber you 5-1. Then it is an even fight. Damn. This Krabby Patty defeated Misty 6 times in a row. In love with these official marketing pictures for this life-size Lucario. Fun fact about a Trapinch is that we all love him. A sweet boy. Someone's Pokemon is probably stuck in their Pokewalker right now. If that person is you, please go retrieve them. It's been years. Let's be honest. This was the best Pokemon Online ever was. eBay listing pictures remain an untapped well of fantastic images. Emo Kid versus Goth Kid. The only fusions that matter. They must fight. Pink shiny Pokemon. I was sorting all my old Pokemon cards and just now realized there's an actual frog sitting next to Oddish. When you throw a Pokeball at a legendary for jokes and giggles and it actually works. Remember when Lady Gaga invented the Pokestops? When Satan thought he had you, but the squad steps into prey, like... Dragonite is so ugly compared to Dragonair. I will never get over the fact such a beautiful Pokemon evolving into that goofy looking fat you're no prize either. Girl who's just some guy. Dude who's just some chick. Was playing some online matches with my sister and our screen was frozen on the shot for a good 5 minutes. Boruto, you did it, Pika. Wait, so Pikachu is actually named Boruto. I'm screaming. Shake me up and... Okay, they're just singing a song. All the artists, animators, plush makers, 3D modelers, etc. getting ready for new Pokemon to drop. Whose child is this? I take big Pokemon and make it little. Hi, I have something very important to show you. Carry on. Drizzly is such a mood. The statue in Eternity is probably the most impressive sprite in all of Pokemon. It's supposedly Dialga in Diamond and Palkia in Pearl, but it's identical in both games. It works out though because the sprite is so expertly made that it looks like both at the same time. I never thought this sound would be represented here. I kind of just realized that Jessie from Team Rocket forms a R with her hair and body. Why did it take me over 10 years to realize this? James, not you too. Do you think that give the legendary Pokemon a sandwich thing would work to befriend other legendaries? Imagine some kid convincing Mewtwo to stop loathing humanity because they gave him a ham and Swiss on rye. Giratina being overwhelmed with guilt for his crimes against God after I give him a bite of my Philly cheesesteak. This is self-care Charizard. Like, whenever you need a temporary release from whatever stresses you currently have. Team Rocket destroying gender roles since 1997. My entire worldview has now changed. Whoa, what the hell just happened? I don't even. Sinnoh remake confirmed. She's turned to a life of crime. Chi-Yu looking so derp without the thing around its eyes. Cat cosplaying Bulbasaur. Slowbro ain't no simp. Melodic used Attract. Slowbro didn't get the hint. Forget zodiac signs. What's your favorite Pokeball? I don't know the names for them, but I'm gonna zoom in into the one which I like. Can we just appreciate middle evolution starters? The slightly awkward middle stage. Team Past or Team Future? Team Now. Mega Charizard Z, just to annoy everyone. Which puppy would you pick? Chimchar. Chimchar isn't here though. Everyone. Yo, my Sinnoh team is gonna be fire. The team, every time. This is such a mood. You smell so good. What's your secret? My secret? So, do Pokemon fans like this guy? I have no idea. Pokemon Chess. Seems like the game was just a broken mess at launch. That Litleo was sick. Today I learned every version of Pokemon is just red or blue. Out of all Pokemon ever created, which Pokemon do you think is designed flawlessly and doesn't need changing? Probably Pikachu. 10-year-old me. I'll pick that pair Pokemon. What's the worst that can happen? The first gym. Pokemon, according to my parents. He's just standing there. Happy Ghost Boy. Stories through Pokemon cards. I dare you to show these images to someone who knows nothing about Pokemon, and then ask them which one is the dragon. Person. Hey, how's life? Me. Never-ending nightmare. Back in the day, we had Pokemon based on snakes, turtles, and dragons. Nowadays, we have Pokemon based on snakes, turtles, and dragons. What is wrong with you, Game Freak? NPC energy. When you only talk to people if they talk to you. Good lore. Solgaleo though, are just big cats and carry their trainers like they're kittens. I am willing to bet my entire life savings that he spent at least a good solid hour trying to climb that tree for the sole purpose of looking like a cool guy. Would never stab anyone. Would stab someone in retaliation. Yells, "I won't hesitate, bitch," first. Would stab without warning. Would stab as a warning. The thing was going on around, so Bulby, protect, and attack. Me. Mom, can I have a Pokemon? Mom, your Uncle Larry had some Pokemon. You can take some of his. Uncle Larry's Pokemon. What has he done? He's modified them. By like 2060, this is what people will be doing to animals. Just modifying them, turning them into cyborgs. Which is the first Pokemon? Bulbasaur. New. Right on these nut Arceus. Well, screw you too. For those that do not get this, Bulbasaur is the first on the Pokedex. Mew is the genetic ancestor to all Pokemon. Rhydon was the first Pokemon ever created, and Arceus created the universe. So it is technically the first, and that came before anything. Even space and time. Therefore, there is no correct answer. Pokemon ain't real. How's that for an answer? You watch your mouth. Fresh water heals 50 HP, $200. Super Potion, 50, 700. Super Potion is overpriced fresh water. Potion heals 20. What the hell are Pokemon pharmaceutical companies doing to potions that make less effective than drinking water? Team Rocket casually foreshadowing the black and white games. Giratina, you are literally the size of a house. Where are you taking cover? Giratina is taking shelter in the grass from the rain. Maybe if you were playing Pokemon on the Game Boy Advance, you wouldn't be so angry. The deep philosophical questions asked in Pokemon Sun and Moon. What happens to a Pokemon's conscious when it's been put into a PC box? Who do you think picks up all the Pokeballs you throw that don't catch any Pokemon? Quack! Special delivery. Wait, Pikachu? Very special delivery. Looks like he's in bad condition though. Where has he been living? Help him. Take a look at the latest Power World gameplay trailer for VaazkL, a pal who looks at the sky during an aurora and sings with the most beautiful voice. They have gotta be kidding, man. An important photo set. Which one's your favorite? If I could be in this photo right now, where would I want to be? Probably top right. That looks kind of fun. Everyone stop for 5 minutes and look. I'm choosing the one on the right. Are those raspberries I'm seeing? Strawberries? I definitely see blueberries there. I really like the Alolan Meowth. I hope that the Alolan Persian looks like a panther so I can name mine Bakira. God damn it. Can someone please help me identify what object he threw so I can go to Walmart tomorrow to try and find it? Pokemon. It's a standard Pokeball. Okay, and they just went on to talking about the stats of Pokeballs. I am literally playing Pokemon and drinking an espresso martini in a bar right now. What is my life? I kind of want to go to a club with a Nintendo DS and just play Kung Fu Panda or something. Pokemon. That sounds kind of fun. Pokemon single moms will raise their child in a quaint neighborhood of 3 houses and one of the nation's leading laboratories.
No, VaazkL, it's laboratories.
Guys, I'm British. Please don't forget. That's how we say it. Same with nuclear, we say nuclear, not nuclear, or however you guys say it.
No killer. No killer.
We say nuclear. Oh, I don't even know how we say it now. Ah! No, but I remember Mewtwo in this scene was like, at last we meet. Well met cousin, but on this day I cannot hide my grievances against you. And so I have decided that the only recourse is violence. What will you say in this matter? And then Mew was like, holy, what the heck is that? Oh, it's my tail. Tail, tail, tail. It's about as smart as a 3-year-old. It's the funniest line in any Pokedex entry. Humans. Homosexuality is unnatural. Penguins. Homosexuality is common in penguins. Wanna start a family, bro? Yeah, bro. Me. I'm both a Sonic the Hedgehog fan and also a Pokemon fan. Random horse. Nuzzles me. Me. Laughs. Easy now. What? The day you were born is the Pokemon you received for your birthday. I don't know what the thing called for is it Turtib? Turtwig? Turtwig? I was right! Turtwig. Oh, I said Turtwig. No, that counts. Yeah. Unpopular opinion, instead of giving Eevee more evolutions, give it a regional variant and give that Eevee all the evolutions the original doesn't have. I don't like it. Bad idea. Bad opinion. Your opinion's wrong. I don't care if it's an opinion. Your opinion's wrong. My little brother came into my room and told me there was water all over the bathroom floor. So I got up and grabbed a towel and ran into the bathroom to find all of my water energy. Pokemon cards sprawled out on the floor. This kid is 5 years old and he got me. A Gengar tongue bed. Oh my god. How much is this? Oh, okay. If this gets 3,000 likes, I'll buy it. Alright, like, that's a pretty low like goal. But if it has hit the goal, just still like the video. I'll show it in the next video. Pokemon lore be like. Among the first 3 Pokemon created by God himself, tasked with assisting in the creation of the universe only to be banished to its own dimension due to its aggressive nature, dwells in what has become known as the Distortion World, isolated from the rest of the universe. Acorn. Some people. Pokemon have to have good lore and an interesting naming scheme for me to like them. They can't just be some stupid slap together design. It has to be well thought out and deep, my stupid ass. I love Whiscash because it's a catfish with whiskers. That's why it's called a Whiscash. It also has a W on its forehead. The W stands for Whiscash. Some legendary Pokemon, according to autocorrect. We're not going to go through all of these, but my favorite one out of all of these is probably going to be Victimized. or Verizon. Jesse is able to stop a Dragonite capable of moving 1,556 miles per hour with a frying pan. Did you know that Dittos can blush? This implies Ditto has blood. Sausages? What Pokemon are we eating here? Exactly. Don't worry, it's just human meat. Who said that Ash Ketchum isn't growing up? I know people are trying to show off this really neat bedroom, but all I can see is a Snorlax. Would you rather be the president or be a Pokemon trainer? Good to see we have our priorities in check. I love how Krabby has a tiny photo of Ash to look at in his bowl. Friendly reminder to drink your water today. No, and go screw yourself. All art is inherently political. What's the political message behind Fat Pikachu? Local Lugia can't do math. One was neglected, one lived in poverty, one was abandoned. Yet, they are one of the most loved villain characters in anime. Did you know Snorlax shoots his hyper beams out of his eyes? Is that why Brock's eyes are always closed? Why is Mew built like a bowling pin in the Pokemon manga? Look at the baby Pikachu before Pichu existed. Please don't eat the children. And he's eaten one of them. Pokemon fan used Master Ball to propose to partner. Smart. Can't say no to a 100% catch rate. Give Eevee a Thunderstone. You get a Jolteon. What happens when you donate money to an Eevee? Patreon. It took 20 years, but Team Rocket just beat Ash fair and square in a battle. I am too old for this. You know life is tough when a guy who's been 10 for 20 years says he's too old for it. I accidentally typed in Pokemon instead of Pokemon. I was not disappointed. Olive Garden, I didn't order this. Unlimited breadsticks can sometimes be more effective than lower modules. Bulbasaur went from the grumpiest Pokemon to the happiest cabbage frog. Be like Bulbasaur in your tough times. 5,000 people are watching a fish play Pokemon. No, you don't understand that Charmeleon is like level 20. What the? Abracadabra, alakafam. Please get this off my dashboard. Team Rocket said, screw that Pokemon stuff, and James pulled out the chopper. Most important info from the news. Nurse Joy will be in an outfit similar to what Victorian nurses were. Nurse Joy cures Pikachu of the Black Plague. Are Pokemon saying their names, or are they named after the sounds they make? No, just no. Why do their legs look better than mine? Thinking about the jumbo-sized Pikachu, he's literally just a massive, soft friend. I love the relationship Ash has with all of his male companions. I will not settle for anything less than the best in my kitchen. Pokemon tricked some of us as kids into thinking these are legendaries. Out of all the Pokemon that can learn Explosion / self-destruct, these are by far the funniest. Let's all appreciate the fact that this woman in the corner has 3 baby Espers sitting in a prem, all happy and content. I just love Pokemon. Good morning to everyone except the person who made this. 100 years? That's like 10 years. This is why he's going to school this season. Dawn looks so concerned. Good morning to everyone who relates to Gengar. Gengar is being overwhelmed by fatigue. Oh no, but it's managing to tough it out and stay awake. Me, 35, still playing with Pokemon. So has anybody else noticed that Kyurem looks exactly like Hero? It makes sense considering they're both cold and are constantly trying to retrieve lost pieces of themselves. Why are people still wondering what's under Diglett and Dugtrio? Seriously? Are you telling me there is a Brock under every Dugtrio? Eevee holds juice. Look, who said the animation for this series sucked? I loved it. The faces that are made in the Sun and Moon anime are the best thing about it. Who would do such a terrible thing? Remember when PETA tried to say Pokemon were supporting animal abuse? Nice try. Other villains. Practical means travel. Stealthy. Inconspicuous. Team Rocket. 1. You don't even need a license to fly a hot air balloon. 2. Even if I do, who's going to stop me? Balloon cops? Why is there no hummingbird Pokemon? The fact that there's no hummingbirds in Japan may be the reason. There are no karate monkeys either, but we got like 20 of those, so... Pokemon. Ash versus Gay. Shouldn't it say Ash versus Gary? Nah, I like this title. I like grass types because I hate myself. Fire, poison, flying, ice, bug, grass. Screw you, Thunderbolt. Thinking of how alien and strange this looks to someone with no knowledge of Pokemon. Damn, Snorlax is thick as hell. Do the people who made CGI Bulbasaur know they saved a life? This is a serotonin well, and I'm bringing buckets. Who would win? An 11-foot tall demigod-like being with the power to cause earthquakes, Two best friends who can't see. Daily reminder that Pokemon aging is a separate process to Pokemon evolution. Pretty interesting and weird to think about. Normal type in Pokemon just means this thing is made of meat. It's just an animal. Dialga and Palkia always look like they just told you a very bad joke. Joltik is the perfect Pokemon to wear as a hat. Saving some money on my power bill. Giratina holding a shaman. I shall go into battle against that blasted whale, all while standing on a rock in the middle of the ocean. Surely victory will be mine. The 4 horsemen of the Pokemon apocalypse. Pokemon 2015. Everyone makes fun of you because you watch the anime and play the game, Pokemon Go. Suddenly everyone loves it. Why the hell does it look like an asthma inhaler with legs? Pokemon fan only has to watch movie 15,000 times before seeing shiny Detective Pikachu. Current mood, Pikachu but without ears/tails/arms.
What the hell? That is horrifying.
Every time you insult Pikachu, I remove one distinct feature. What is going on? Absolute champion that I found today. Game Freak doesn't stop giving us more Charizard forms. So when are these guys dropping? They introduced fake leaks into the Pokemon canon. I can't believe I met Lapras the other day. No thoughts, just Lapras. They nuked Madrid. Why does it look like Madrid? I think a lot about how Pokemon took a Great Ball one day, and one day decided to just make it a legendary being. Like, it just wants to be Ditto so bad. Pokemon with tragic stories of being abandoned and waiting for their trainers for a long time. Persian is a funny Pokemon because it's just a cougar. That's it, just a regular ordinary mountain lion that got shuffled in with all the fantastic magical creatures. The wild Yunguns fainted. Fainted? They were vaporized. My dad found this and just, it's looking bad for Nidoking. Damn. Magikarp ran away. Reminding everyone that despite its localized name, Beedrill is not in fact based on bees, but rather the tiger hornet, or a murder hornet if you're a panicking American in 2020. Ash's dad. That looks a lot like a Rapidash to me, but okay. Here is Ash peeing on a Wailmer. This 2-foot tall pink dog in a dress throws a harder punch than the 6-foot mythical golem made completely out of metal. Yeah, but the dog is really angry. Damn it. I mean, I want to argue against this, but yeah, you're right. Whenever I'm upset with someone, I'm just going to send them this, no context. Pikachu is drowning. This ain't about him. I drew some dry and fluffy Pikachus. Public Burst defeated a Murkrow. I forgot I named one of my Pokemon this. Now it just looks like I ran over a bird. Hard to tell unless you're a Pokemon nerd. Pokemon or prescription medication. Pokemon moves are so funny since they range from just slapping the target to creating a giant ball of light energy that starts evaporating the terrain itself. Toyota really went and made a real Miraidon Pokemon motorcycle. Now you remember that Bulbasaur can walk on 2 legs. Pokemon, according to my parents. Team Rocket, ultimate symbol of solidarity between a gay man and a lesbian. What in God's name is Meowth wearing? He's their straight friend. What animal is Snorlax supposed to be? Origin. Snorlax's appearance and gluttony was directly inspired by Game Freak programmer Koji Nishino. Oh, yeah, I see it. I love how all Kanto starters evolve into big, fat monsters. We need the fat aesthetic to come back. Not wanting to disappoint its trainer, Rowlet endured Inferno Overdrive. He's just a little crispy. Mewtwo saw Tyler using bicycles. The Pokemon definitely remembers that it got nervous. I'm not crying, you're crying. Pokemon not bad guys. That's right, Pokemon do bad things because Master Bad. Oh my gosh, I'm babysitting and the kids are Pokemon battling and the 7-year-old girl just yelled, "You don't mess Espeon with my Espeon," and I've been laughing for 10 minutes. My child, y'all better pick yes.
Beep, blap.
Just you and me, forever and ever. Yes, no. Lotad, let's go. What a gun, now! You tried your best, and that's what counts. Mewtwo as a concept is so messed up. If a bunch of scientists cloned me, and my clone had wider hips, I would end it all. One of the best kind of Pokemon designs is when they're like just an absolute blob of a creature. Like you made them with an ice cream scooper. The legendary beasts are dogs. They're cats. The beasts are dinosaurs. Pokemon be having some fire character designs and then you look at their shoes. What the hell? When it finds humans or Pokemon it likes, it freezes them and takes them to its chilly den where they become decorations. Pokemon fans. OMG, Giratina is the Pokemon version of Satan. Giratina? Who? Me? No. I'm just a worm. I don't even know what to believe anymore. Sun, it delivers headbutts with the water bubble on its head. Small Pokemon get sucked into the bubble where they drown. Moon, despite what its appearance suggests, it cares for others. If it finds vulnerable, weak Pokemon, it protectively brings them into its water bubble. Look, if they're dead, they won't need help anymore. During a hide-and-seek game, Bulbasaur went back to take Togepi to a better hiding spot so it doesn't get sad losing quickly. Bulbasaur is a real bro. Hello internet, please accept the gift known as Google Translated Japanese Pokemon names, featuring such gems as Pot Death, Don Juan, Pachinki, Imbus, Snake. We really just gotta look at old Pokemon anime episodes to get hints for future new game gimmicks, huh? Plushie wearing a seatbelt is my favorite genre of image. Happy birthday, Pikachu. This card was super banned in tournaments the second it released because it had an attack that did double damage if it was your birthday, and tournament judges were sick of having to check people's IDs. Remember that time a legendary Pokemon terrorized a region, kidnapped a young girl, and called himself Dad? Nothing is cuter than giving the god of the distortion world cute, sugary pink treats. Oh my, you were battling, weren't you? That's nice. Who was it this time? It was Ho-Oh. Huh? Can someone from the Pokemon fandom explain this? I don't understand Nurse Joy's reaction. Ho-Oh is basically a minor deity, so Nurse Joy pretty much heard this 10-year-old say, I threw a rat at a god. James got so good at disguises that he infiltrated a whole new anime. The devil is a part-timer. Somebody once told me a story. The internet has trained me psychologically to read this as Smash Mouth. So I was watching episode 11 of Pokemon Generations, and Cynthia was quite ready to punch the hell out of Giratina. She was ready. Here's to 20 years of Charizard messing us over. Pichu figurine charges your phone with its cheek. Let's Pichu put Pokemon's electricity. The true gay icon. Come out, Squirtle. Wow, I'm so glad I came out. Thinking about how Pokemon Stadium gave us the cursed knowledge of what Snorlax's eyes looked like when they are wide open. That Unknown looks annoyed, probably because it's got a towel put on its eyeball. Who would win? A giant snake rock capable of crushing boulders and mountains, or a small cabbage? When will they make bat Pokemon? Soon. This is by far the easiest one I've ever seen. I want this as a tattoo. Never realized how similar these two images looked. I don't remember taking this photo. Person. This is my level 100 Dragonite. His ability is inner focus, and it's got a rash nature. Me. This is my Gengar. I love him. He is purple and fat. Someone add Bulbasaur Snoot, please. Yes, absolutely necessary. Succulent Sores. Bulbasaur from different regions. Alola, Kanto, Unova. I deeply care about this. Know the difference. Thank you for clarifying. I love the difference. Same energy. Are you kidding me? You can cross-stitch whatever you want. No one will stop you. We can't expect God to do all the work. Okay, but imagine if Eevee really looked like this. You good, my guy? I think he's doing good. Product. After using our product, you will look 10 years younger. A 9-year-old after accidentally using the product. You, fire mammal. Do you understand Eve training? What did you say to get them to look at you like this? What can I say? I don't know. F you. What Pokemon opinion puts you here? You are all wrong. Pokemon Go. Day 1 versus day 50. Is it me, or did the professor steal the jacket of his wife? She gave it to him because he wouldn't put on a damn shirt. Pikachu. Sometimes I eat things.
I'm not a raven.
Biggest crime on earth is Pokemon games not coming in cool cardboard boxes anymore. I made this and I don't know why. Is this the Cerulean Gym? No, this is Patrick. The mini heart attack when you can't find one of these in your pocket. The best part about the new Pokemon DLC is that Ditto can canonically live in your walls. Today I found out that Applin can leave its apple, and I haven't been the same since. We used to rule the Pokemon world with fear and power until Generation 5 when the fairy types attacked. Leaked starter evolutions for Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, unconfirmed, might be fake. I would like to share the precious sight I saw at the Pokemon Center today. I have no regrets, none whatsoever. These are the demons I see in the corner of my room when I have sleep paralysis. This dude designed one Pokemon, decided it was peak, and then never made another. And god damn it, he was right. Golisopod is peak. The following is a list of Pokemon designed by Nabana. I come to teach you a universal truth. Wrong. What is going on? According to a Pokemon style guide from 1999, Ash Ketchum appears to have a Pokedex number of 1001. The children are fast, but Big Bird is faster. What happened in 1845? That's not the year. That's his kill streak. I constantly think about the Beta Gold Silver Pokemon and how bad some of them are. Where would society be if any of these ugly things made the cut? No, Skuntank fires from its mouth. It's canon. You can see it in the anime. Haha, fire fart. If you can read this, we can be friends. As a kid, I wanted to eat the Pokemon Pelago beans, not gonna lie. Garantina, you are literally the size of a house. Where are you taking over? Garantina is taking shelter in the grass from the rain. For the people who have never played Pokemon, one of these is a 27-year-old scientist who just kinda hates their life. The other is a 40-year-old parent of 2 whose spouse is basically dead and whose children both ran away with their life's work. Guess who's who? Hey guys, can I join your frog team? Gross. Who ever heard of a green frog? I wonder if there's some magical, amazing world out there where it's normal to be a green frog. Haha, yeah, and the hippos live in water and their chickens aren't on fire. I found my old Pokemon book. I don't know who I relate to the most. Giovanni wrote this. Jesse has a great potential for evil, but is too self-absorbed to use it. James would be clever if he was not stupendously dim-witted. Meowth. This Pokemon has the amazing ability to speak. Unfortunately, nothing it says is worth listening to. The main reason I support emulation. This is extortionate. A moment of silence for all the shiny Pokemon that look the same as normal. Justice will never be served. I was not a fan of the Dialga/Palkia leaks, so I designed my own. Dialga is pretty straightforward, but I thought it would be cool to give Palkia's body some literal space. Guys, the Westboro Baptist Church gym is currently being controlled by a Clefairy named Love is Love. Are there screenshots? Imagine a 7-foot tall, ultra-dimensional bug that could bench press the entire Empire State Building, happily watering berry trees. I just woke up from a nap and had a dream that they announced a new capybara Pokemon, and it was literally just a regular capybara named Capybara. Artist rendition. I hope no one followed this advice. Poke tip. There is only one Master Ball in Pokemon. Use it wisely. I suggest using it on a Pokemon you want to add to your team but are hard to catch, like a Pharaoh or a Tentacruel. I want to use Universal Randomizer to do a run of Pokemon Ruby with just a Sandshrew. I learned today that there's a Pokemon Center Japan figure set called Not Losing Against the Wind, and they look like this. It heckin' Wimdy. Fakemon artists should talk about how these two are the best Pokemon renders ever. Yeah, they did peak, I agree. Peak design. Who did you prefer? Reshiram. I think, is that Reshiram? Reshiram. Yeah, I loved Reshiram. Pokemon protagonists, when they realize they have to destroy a criminal enterprise that just summoned a Pokemon capable of blowing up the planet. I'm 13, this is ridiculous. My parents at age 18. You're the best thing in my life. You too. Me at age 18. Well, I'll say 19 because I'm 19. Why aren't you real? Mixed monster shouting. This is the payday Meowth. Like the video in the next 24 hours and money will come your way. Me on the plane. We just passed Latios. Holy hell. Turns plane around.
Ladies and gentlemen, your flight has been delayed because they found Latios. Isn't that crazy?
I live in a world where Mewtwo is quoted alongside Mother Teresa. Your Catholic Christian friends at St. Benedict welcome you to this Pokemon Go gym. Come visit us anytime. Father Joe. Could you imagine spending $200+ opening a box? Then, how about this? If this video gets 6,000 or 7,000 likes, I will buy loads of Pokemon boxes and I'll open them at the end of a video. I'll probably spend $100 to $200 or pounds. And to match the Pokemon theme of the video, this was what my dog was doing the other day. I don't know what's going on. He might be evolving, but yeah, I don't know.